goal unit. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So that, Charles, a season long. And since he's a rookie, I guess we can go ahead and call that a career long as well.
I love how you put that together because, you know, so everyone at home was saying, okay, has to be career, right, since he's a rookie. Well done by you, but I definitely like what I've seen from him so far this year. Very distinguished college career. He's looking right at home here in the NFL.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 10. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He'll get this to the 24, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Prescott. Looking deep for Adams. They've got his man complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. But Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. The Cowboys had 10-6 now on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
Yeah, now you've got options on 2nd down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
Here's the option going left on 2nd down. Nice pickup, 10 yards and a 1st down on the keeper. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation it goes right out the window.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw. Sears. And going deep for Hill. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And from where we sit, if you had told me that ball was somehow going to get from point A to point B, I would have told you no way. I mean, that was an absolute cannon shot, and he still dropped it right on the money, too.
And the final readout on next-gen stats, remarkable. That ball traveling close to 80 yards in the air. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Off the play fake. Sears escaping the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's... And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Off play action. Sears. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Osa Odighizuwa with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And the first play will be a field goal try. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And his kick is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and, boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
47. 47.
Second down, Prescott. And this one's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Here's Prescott. And he comes back with one complete. Touchdown, Cowboys!
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the next-gen stats are going to tell the story, and wow, what a story it is. Nearly a full 23 miles an hour. One of the fastest plays on record, folks.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. They go with Chubb on second down. And he's got some space here. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
They go play action here on first down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Chubb on the counter. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Sears flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They run it again with Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
They'll try and run the option.
And he is going absolutely nowhere, in the wrong direction. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty...
He's got a man complete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
46.
Here's Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. Here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. Prescott now from the 50. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 53. And Gay knocks this one through, and that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Fielded right around the 8. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Sears. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Cowboys 10.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. From just inside the 20.
Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This will be from 49 yards out. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away.
Fields the squib kick right around the 30. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. In motion left goes a tight end. The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb.
And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And again, it's Chubb. And some room to roam. There he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Nick Chubb. That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. It's caught here by Adams. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And that stretches the lead to 27.
Makes the score Dolphins 37, Cowboys 10.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, but that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing, Prescott. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Fourth down, Prescott. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Now Chubb running right. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
To throw on 3rd down. Sears.
Over the middle and complete to Waddle.
And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses, understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And this one is right through, and the Dolphins will add onto their lead.
So tack on 3 more, though this, it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner, but at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great too.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A gain of a yard.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Prescott. Caught on the right side by Adams.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
Bradley Chubb there on the tackle.
From just shy of midfield, Prescott.
Connection made to Ruckert.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 38-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Prescott. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Touchdown! A great play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season.
And the Cowboys get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
They go up the middle with Chubb.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 138 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Off the play fake. Sears. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill with a milestone. Career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list.
And the Dolphins are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
we're going to 53.
Desperation time. Prescott on fourth. He's got a man complete.
And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. That's caught inside the 20. A big play here for Dallas. 45 yards. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Prescott now. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
2nd and goal from the 1. Prescott yet again.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point by Gain is up and good. And that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Dolphins,
they earn one final victory and finish the regular season at 13-4.
And now they'll points ahead. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys,
the loss means they'll finish up the regular season at 10-7.
And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card.
Yeah, my day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. Tell them line it up. Like a 4th and 1, we sneaky when we slide them. Yellow offense with no defense, now y'all time is up. We make the hits, y'all take the hits, and now we fired up. 3, 2, 1, don't need no break. Hut 1, hut 2, get it straight, that's how I like it. And we grind it every night to make it hit, now it's exciting. See, they just getting cake, they ain't never gonna get no ice. And all we want is chips, ring fingers looking ice. My day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. See, we came up from the bottom, me and squad got it. And we made it through them problems, now it's God body. We eat, sleep, breathe this, wave till they seasick. Do it right the first time, they all try to remix. Yeah, they grinded, but we grinded different. Tell them they time is ticking, but we time a fish. Bet not leave a minute, stop it. Something like the goat off in their pocket. Whole squizzy riding with me, who gon' stop it? My day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this.
Chain a game when the QB chain birth most of chains in the game. No post office, we stamping time. Took a slice out of the big apple, made apple pies, family size. Leather bombers and Nike Sacai's. Dangerous corners, you better pray that tomorrow arrives. Rap, Sugar Ray Robinson, nothing sweet. Y'all too out of shape to even box with me. Heavyweight, I know my way around the ring. Just like Shorty know her way around the storm. Making hits with Hit Boy, all he gotta do is hit record. Record breaking news, had to show up just to fill a void. Confused boy, little boys, y'all better keep your poise. Leave me out of the weasel. Be cool when you see me, I'm hot at all that rap deep. The hood know you, so we don't borrow, believe in it. Locked in on the instrumental, I took back the key to this. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would've frowned, the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. What I'm saying, your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would've frowned, the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. What I'm saying, people saying what's already been said. Predictions, I don't listen, it's already in my head, no funny. Your most hungry place, I was past that at 28. Underground tapes, as my ass cap in publishing states. As we slide in the G-Ride, I've been getting criticized, it's keeping me energized. Create with a business mind, I'm from where killers reside. A wild hood, only knew goons since my childhood. Say anything in they raps cause it sound good. Don't even mean what they say, horrible outlook. Y'all ain't really about this house. Y'all was in the house with it. We don't respect fake jewelry and silly outfits. Window down, blowing out great tits. New York's J. Prince on Houston Street. I call caught the bounce before my even bounced the beat. I took the hard way and man, it's the route for me. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would've crowned the city